Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grounded Roots Healing. I am Jason. Today, difficult energies today. So, yesterday I did 3 videos, and they're all pretty good. Probably. It seems like every video just gets a little bit better. I don't know why. I'm more comfortable on camera, sure. But the energies are just difficult today, and I'm a little more scatterbrained, and I'm struggling to formulate ideas. And I figured I'd turn the camera on just to show. I went from 3 clearly, well, maybe not clearly thought out, but clearly articulated videos to struggling in a 24-hour period. And as good as I felt yesterday, now I'm struggling with old energies and problems that are still unresolved, like emotional things and baggage and things that I know is going to sort itself out, yet it's still there. There's a few things in my life where it feels like I've made very little progress. It's just basically the same as it's always been. There's not many, but there's a few, and I cannot figure out what the hell the point of that is. I can't. Everything else went differently. It was like a slow progression, steady progression of steps in the right direction, and then there's just a few things that you just don't want to move. And I don't know if it's I need to change my perspective on what I need in life. If my perspective will just spontaneously change, or do I have to figure something out? Is there some sort of revelation that I'm going to come to that's going to solve this? I don't know. I don't know what the movie has in store for this part of it. I won't go into specifics, but there's always something in everybody's life that you're going to struggle with. And this ascension path, it doesn't mean that you get to just, like I've said before, it's 2 forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back, and then one problem after the other. And this is one of the problems on the list. It just seems to be a stubborn, weird one. Anyway, I'm sure it'll improve. I just don't know when, and I would really, really like that to be the case. I keep waking up in this avatar, and I keep getting more of the onion layers peeled back so that I can see clearer. So I guess we just wait to see when this one gets revealed. And today I had low energy all day. Yesterday was great. Today, not so much. I did a few things, accomplished a few things, but nothing spectacular, just maintaining and still healing, I guess, recovering. So I decided I was going to do a shamanic journey, and I did my shamanic journey, which was designed around visiting the lower realms, spirit guides, and spirit animals. And I was not disappointed again. So this time I did my journey. So a lot of the times when you do these shamanic journeys, they have you assume certain positions, and I find it's weird the way I do it, because I find it easier to get in an extremely comfortable position and then almost get out of my body to do these positions. So what I mean is that at least the way that this course goes, you face north, face south, face east, and you physically do these things. Well, I haven't done that. I tried that first, and I find it actually takes me longer, and I don't go as deep. So what I do is I visualize myself doing all of the things that are being, all the rituals that are being enacted. I picture my physical body doing them, and I find that to be just as effective, including on the postures and everything. So that's just me. I don't know, maybe that works best for me, or I'm not sure, but it works really well. But I get into a meditative state where I'm essentially shutting the body off, where I can't even tell that it's there. That's how comfortable I am and relaxed, and then I'm going through the motions, but I'm doing it at one level higher. Okay, so I do all of that. Then we travel down through a gateway, which I could visualize very clearly. It was a tree, a hollowed out tree, and you walk through the gateway. It was like a blue-green light, and I descended into the lower realm. And then we went, it was very cool. We went to I ended up on an eagle. And now I visualized the eagle before she said that you're going to see an eagle. I saw it as a hawk, but it was very close. I saw the beak and the eye. And then I visualized myself flying on the back of this eagle. We ended up landing on a tree branch. And then I jumped down off the tree branch. It looked to me as a pine tree on a cliff edge. And then below there was ocean. And I jumped down off the tree onto the edge of the cliff. And then she prompted us to jump into the water, which I did, and I could visualize very clearly. And at first I morphed into a dolphin, and I was traversing the ocean, swimming. And then we went below the surface, and I became a octopus. At which point various things happened, and then we went through a cave. Now she said to envision crystals on the structure, and in my case I envisioned emerald crystals in a dark, well, not a dark green, but a light green color emanating from the crystals. And I could feel it working on my heart chakra. Then we went down the tunnel, and we're supposed to see the sun shining down through a cavern hole, and we swim up through this and then morph back into a human, all of which happened super easily for me. Then I ended up on a beach, which I visualized very clearly, and our spirit guide was sitting on a rock on this beach, and we were to go up to him and sit, well, in my case him, go up to him and sit next to him and introduce ourselves. Now, I've tried this before, and I've had no luck getting a visual on the spirit guide, no luck getting a name, no luck with anything. Now, this takes me back to another shamanic journey I went on before I started doing this. It was during a meditation, and it was like a guided meditation, and I went to a place. I wasn't actually there, but I could visualize the place that I was supposed to go to, and eventually my spirit guide was going to meet up with me. And this turned out to be a hooded figure with a gray beard, and he was in a place. Now, I'm I'm skipping past some stuff. This wasn't during a guided meditation. This was during the first cacao ceremony I did. So I went to this place and I met with this hooded figure with the gray beard. Looked a lot like Gandalf. Not exactly, but something like that, you know. And he was looking down a well. Now this is all energy, so there's no actual well, but what I derived from this shamanic journey was that this individual was the keeper of knowledge for a less known branch of the Akashic Records, or something like the Akashic Records, but it held sacred knowledge that wasn't available to everybody. And he was the gatekeeper of this knowledge. And he is one of my spirit guides. I know I have many, but this is the one that during this cacao ceremony that led to this understanding, I described him in great detail and what was supposed to happen. I know this very clearly. This is someone I'm supposed to work with, or he's going to show me things that aren't common knowledge, let's say. Okay. So yes, today, during this ceremony, during the shamanic journey that I was on to the lower world, I met him. I also got his name. Now I've been told today through several sources that I'm not supposed to reveal the name of my spirit guides. I didn't realize that, but I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. But I will refrain from saying the name of this particular spirit guide that I have. But I've been anxious to meet him for since I found out about this, which was probably a month and a half ago. I had this first initial exposure to what was going to happen, and I knew this was going to happen. And now he's revealed himself to me. And yet, I'm still waiting for the knowledge that's in this, let's say, repository. So this place, these stores of knowledge, like the Akashic Records, we often visualize them in 3D forms. So the Akashic Records, a lot of people will visualize it, including myself, as a great library where you can go in and access books and see anything you can. Obviously, this isn't the real structure of it. It's a way for our human brains to conceptualize what we're looking at. And in this particular instance, this more rare, smaller, unique repository of knowledge was visualized as a cave. It's a cave of knowledge. And like I said, this hooded figure is the gatekeeper of this cave of knowledge. And I believe I will be given access to this. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of cool things in here. I look forward to understanding this. And I know it's going to be revealed to me in good time. But, man, that is an interesting... I really want to have access to this. Let's just put it that way. I think it's going to be amazing. I think this is where a lot of the healing modalities that nobody understands anymore, and a lot of the things that the ancients knew on how to heal ourselves down here in this 3D world, and other forms of what we would consider magic. Like, how did they move those massive granite? How did they cut those granite blocks and move those granite blocks in ancient Egypt? This was spiritual technology as well as spiritual amplifying abilities. That's how they did it. In fact, I'm quite certain I know how they did it. Not exactly, though. I don't have the devices and I don't know how to create them or recreate them. But they had ways of amplifying psychic abilities. And this will all become knowledge. And I suspect a lot of this knowledge is in that cave, which isn't really a cave. It's a energetic database in the astral plane. It's just a smaller one with really cool stuff in it. So I look forward to the day I can access that cave. But for now, I try to figure out how to solve these stupid 3D problems that just don't want to go away. Or wait until the universe reveals how to solve these 3D problems. Be more accurate. Anyway, I think that's where I'll leave it. So, as I always say, I hope this video finds you well. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow.